Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, October 16th, 2020 at 10 a.m. We're in the Hunt County Commissioners Court regular session. This meeting will be conducted by telephone or video conference in order to advance public health goal of social distancing to slow the spread of coronavirus COVID-19. Due to the COVID-19 crisis, Governor's order regarding social distancing and special rules issued by the state regarding open meetings, there will be no public access to the location described above. This written notice and the meeting agenda will be on a link to the page where it will be streamed, will be posted online at huntcounty.net/page/hunt.health-services. You can go to huntcounty.net and that will get you to this meeting. It also has a banner on it that will say public comments or questions, and you can click on that and you can either type and send a response to us to be read in court, or you can put your name and phone number you can be reached at, and we'll call you at some point during the meeting and you can address the court at that time with your questions or comments. This time I'll call the meeting to order. Commissioner Evans, Strait, Martin, Harrison are all present. I'm Judge Stovall presiding over the meeting. If everybody will stand, we'll have a prayer by Commissioner Martin, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our most gracious and heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing us to come here and take care of the community business. We pray for this great country. We ask you to give us understanding and patience with each other as we do this action this morning. In Christ's name we ask these things. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, everyone. Commissioners, you have the minutes from September 22nd regular session and September 30th, 2020 special session. I entertain a motion for approval of those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. At this time, we normally have public testimony, but since we've been doing these by stream online, we're going to do them a little later in the meeting, give everybody time to get on our website and send any comments. Being no old business, we'll go to new business. Commissioners, you have the consent calendar. I entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 1, a resolution extending or modifying the April 28, 2020 COVID-19 related resolution and social distancing guidelines to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Daniel?
All right, one of the things that I passed out this morning, I'll just move forward with this and share with you here. Basically, what you have in front of you is another extension. It's the same as the last few that come before the court, where it's sent it to the next meeting. The only difference in this one is on the second page under 2C. There was some language in the last one that basically referenced that the courthouse is going to open up to the public on October 5th. I took that out because we're past October 5th, and now it just says that the public will have access to the courthouse without appointment. Otherwise, it's all the same as what was in the last version.
Okay. We have to do anything about the bars that we ordered opening? Did it have to be part of this?
No, that was
They
just
just-
up to you, and
just-
that's already been completed.
Okay. All right. Commissioners, any questions? Entertain the motion for approval of action item number 1.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 2, Commerce Annual Shelters Quarterly Report. Commissioners, you have that report in your packet. Any questions or comments on it? Steve, did you have anything from Commerce on it?
No, sir.
I like the report.
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
It's getting
yeah.
a lot better. We did run into a little issue yesterday with trying to pick up some rabid dogs that was south of the interstate. So they are going to be using some of the money that we've given them this time here to purchase some dog pens that'll go in the back of any truck at any time. They had a truck broke down. But other than that, now the reports are looking really good.
All right, I entertain a motion for the approval of action item number 2.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 3, rescinding the action made on August 25th, 2020 in regards to approving a resolution authorizing Hunt County to make a grant to the Wesley Davis Academy organization in the amount of $1 for the Texans Feeding Texas Home Delivery Meal Program. We did that. We made that. I think Commissioner Martin made the motion to approve it with the contingency that our auditor, Bruce Ballard, would approve of it because there was a requirement in there that said that we were certifying that this organization had good accounting practices and accredited accounting practices. And Bruce has sent a email out to, I guess, all of us. At least I know I've got it here if anybody needs to look at it. It says he's checked with them and talked to them, and he's going to be unable to certify that they have the required financial bookkeeping that we can tell the public, yes, they're doing the right thing. So we want to rescind, we're looking to rescind the action taken and not approve that grant.
Your Honor, I want to thank the auditors for looking into this, and I do make a motion that we rescind the action made on August the 25th, 2020 in regard to approving a resolution authorizing Hunt County to make a grant to the Wesley Davis organization in the amount of $1 for the Texas Feeding Texas Home Delivery Meals Program, sir.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Just for reference, that was item number 16-318.
Okay, it was, originally was action
16-318.
16-318, okay. Action number 4, resolution regarding funding for emergency expenses related directly to COVID-19 to be administered through Hunt County Shared Ministries and policy procedures related to same. Daniel?
Okay, one of the other things I passed out earlier was a resolution related to this. Basically, this is exactly the same as the last time that this was done. We added $25,000 additional dollars back in June. At this point, Fish is almost out of money. I think you had this month left for about $15,000.
That is correct, yes, sir.
And so they are requesting more money. There's clearly been a major uptick in new cases recently, and so we expect that there's going to be an additional need for this. This is all money that is not county taxpayer money. This is going to come directly from the CARES Act funding, which technically is future taxpayer money from county citizens, but it's not money that comes from ad valorem or sales tax. It comes directly from the CARES Act. So this is going to go into the pot of requested expenditures for approval under our pre-audit deadline, which is about a month from yesterday. So we're going to have to ask approval from TDM for all of this funding and then everything else that we spent as well. Basically, all this does is add another $25,000 to the pot. And just like the last two tranches of $25,000, that'll be broken up into smaller tranches of $5,000 each, and then approved by body whenever Wally Jeffers asks for more money.
Do we know roughly how many families this has helped out so far?
I don't know the number of families, but it's quite a few, and they At our last medical board meeting, I asked a question to Richard Hill and Lori, the task force, nursing task force, if it was, we were seeing a benefit from it, and they said yes, greatly. That they thought it was really helping. It was going to people that really had needs and is allowing them to stay home and stay in their house, get their utility bills paid, and the necessities of life. So I think it's a worthy expenditure. So they're down. You have that email from Wally with you?
I don't have it with me, I can look it up real quick. He has been sending, accounting information showing, that kind of information.
This last pull down, I think, was going to leave them just a little over $6,000 is what I remember, and we're expecting some upticks a little bit with, as Daniel said, Dallas is predicting a pretty good uptick. I can't get my tongue to work right today, but I mean, they're saying they could go back up to nearly 1,000 cases a day in Dallas, and we're not seeing that yet, but we're seeing more than we've been seeing. So we want to make sure we don't get Wally and them in trouble if we start having more cases. We don't have enough money for them. So.
I'd like to say this. In fact, I was talking to Richard Hill and advising him. We have a lot of schools in the Hunt County area that are actually shutting down, like Greenville and Wolf City and some of the other ones, Commerce, I believe, had. So there is a tremendous increase, and I appreciate the court and what they're doing in reference to this money.
I entertain a motion for approval, action item number 4.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. A resolution for, action item number 5, a resolution for the Indigent Defense Grant Program for FY 2021. We're applying for a grant to help assist in some of our indigent defense expenditures. We've been on this before? Do you
We
know?
have, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a program we've already been involved in, and they're providing some funding to us to offset some of the costs of the attorney fees on the indigent defense. So,
Judge, I'd like to make a statement on this in reference to this grant. I do agree with it, us applying for it, but we cannot decrease what we already have going to that grant. This has to be an increase. We cannot reduce the amount of funds provided for indigent service in the county. That's basically, I'd like to bring the attention. It's in the Government Code 79.037. So this will be in addition to what we have if we get this grant.
okay. Is that right?
Well, we keep up with it, yes, sir,
Yes.
on a monthly basis in our office, yes, sir.
Cool.
Diane McNair does, yeah.
Okay. Entertain a motion for approval, action item number 5.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 6, a contractual agreement between Hunt County Tax Assessor Collector and Texas Parks and Wildlife Department to extend our current participation in the boat registration and titling program for an additional 5 years through August 31st, 2025. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 7, Treasurer's Monthly Report, August 2020. Any
Second.
questions or comments?
I'd make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
A second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 8, the acceptance of work done to the roads Longview and Bluffview and villages of Lone Oak.
All right, there's one change in the language here. It's not Longview and Buffalo View, it's Longview and Bluffview.
Oh, it is?
And we also need to add, there's a small section of another road that was also done called Rocky Fork Road. It's hard to tell out there because the road signs are either non-existent or in the wrong places. Basically, all this relates to the Villages of Lone Oak bonds. We had some completion bonds, and over the course of, I believe, 7 or 8 years, we've been negotiating with the bond company. We agreed to a settlement agreement about a year and a half ago. That settlement agreement called for at least these 3 roads to be brought up to county specs that existed at the time. And these 3 roads were chosen because those are the roads that people actually have built houses on. Yes, sir.
Okay, go on, you're correct, on this, but I want to be able to get your okay in reference to that maintenance bond that I contact
Yeah.
the gentleman saying, we're not requiring it for a year, but whatever the bondsman desired, they'll have to work with that.
Yeah, we'll definitely, I was gonna talk about that at the end. Basically, we have, all we're doing today is accepting the work that was done. We're not accepting the roads into the county maintenance system.
Correct.
So, these roads, after they're accepted, are not gonna be maintained by the county, they're not gonna be county owned, basically. And so all we're doing is accepting the roads. That was what was contemplated back when we did the settlement agreement about a year and a half ago. What Philip is talking about is that there was some question or concern about whether or not there was a maintenance bond required. Since we're not taking these into our maintenance schedule, we don't have an ability or an obligation to ask for a maintenance bond. There's a request by the, or I guess, either a misunderstanding by the person who was building them, or he had a separate obligation to the
Yes, sir.
company that he was building these roads for, the maintenance or the completion bond company. And so they'll have to deal with that separately. But this, basically, the plan here is to accept the road work that was done in light of the testing that was done by Mark Hickman that showed that the road construction was done appropriately. And then that will basically end the county's involvement for most purposes with the villages of Palmetto.
So they'll be privately maintained by the homeowners association
That's
after
right.
that? Okay.
That's right. And they're likely gonna put up gates out there, but give access to everybody with property inside. You couldn't necessarily do that on a county-maintained road. It would almost certainly be illegal without going through some special hoops. But they have most of that land out there already gated off anyway. And they're basically trying to make sure that people don't go down there and dump trash.
Right.
Back. But basically all we're looking for now is acceptance of those 3 roads, Longview, Bluffview, and Rocky Fork Road. And that the last, the single page I handed out earlier is the letter from Mark Hickman. He did the paving, coring, and said that everything was done to standards.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Entertain a motion for approval of action item number 8.
I make a motion, we accept of the work done to the roads Longview, Bluffview, and Rocky Ford Road in the village of Lone Oak.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
And just for the record, Bluffview is one word.
Yes, thank you.
Action item number 9, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities on county right-of-way off of County Road 2152, Precinct 2.
Make a motion, we accept the electrical power distribution facility on County Road 2152.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Under usual stipulations.
Okay,
Sorry.
all
I
right.
got it wrote down too.
Anybody opposed? Not. Action item number 9 is approved with regular stipulations. Action item number 10, the request to construct electrical power distributions facilities across County Road 3101 in Precinct 3.
Make a motion, we allow this work to be done with the normal stipulations.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 11, the final plat for Matter D. Barker addition in Precinct 3. Well, there was, we'd asked the surveyor, similar to what we did with the McGee Ranch plat, I believe it was. where the property line surveyor said did not go to the center of the county road, but we requested they do a track two that covered the center of it. And then in their designation or dedication of the right of way, they dedicated the part they owned, which was only 10 foot, something like that, 9 or 10 feet. But the other that we needed to get our full 30 feet, they did it like a quick claim deed and said if they had any interest in that part of it, that they dedicated it to us. So they have corrected that on the Mylars. That's corrected, right? So there's one change from the copy, at least I had. So that, I'd entertain a motion for approval.
I make a motion that we approve the final plat from Amanda Dale Barker. And I would like to thank Brian for taking care of that.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 12, the final plat of Brook Hollow in Precinct 3.
I make a motion we accept the final plat for Brook Hollow.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of accounts payable.
I make a motion we pay the bills.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of line item transfers.
Make a motion to approve line item budget transfers.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of budget amendments.
Make a motion to approve the budget amendments.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of payroll and personnel.
Make a motion we approve payroll and personnel.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Daniel, we have any comments?
No comments.
No comments. Again, to the public, if you want to make any statement to the court, you can send an email, go to our website, look at the banner, and click on public comments, and you can send a email to us or a phone number to call you back, and we will visit that one more time after we come out of executive session. Commissioner, I entertain a motion to go in executive session under number 1.
So move.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're in executive session at 10:22. Okay, everyone, we're 10:44, we're back in regular session. Is there anything else to come before the court today? We've had no public comments come in on the website, so I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Got a motion, second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned at 10:44.